A Dusty Trip 3.0 has dropped today. The game is called Desert and is available on PC only for now, but mobile and console support is coming soon. Let's jump into the game. We're greeted with a nice-looking title screen. And yes, guys, the game is currently in beta, so bugs are expected. Now let's head over to the credits. As you can see, I'm listed at the bottom. That's right, I was a tester for the game and had early access. Big credit to the developers, scripters, builders, and modelers who made this happen. In case you're wondering how to become a tester, I believe it's no longer available. But you can still apply. Here on the menu, there's also a changelog, like in the previous games, and a shop where you can buy things like extra sprint speed or hunger boosts. There's also a donation menu. I might consider donating some of the money I earn from this video to support the devs, so make sure to like and subscribe to help me out with the algorithm. Now, let's get into the actual game. All right, we've spawned in. Let's turn on the lights so we can see better. The first thing I noticed was the graphics and the overall smoothness of the game. It feels pretty good. There's a wardrobe here, and this goofy picture on the wall. We've got some food on the table that I can later put into the car. Speaking of the car, here it is. This is the brand new car model they've added. Let's start building it. The game now highlights parts when you can insert them, though I found the placement area a bit too small. It took me some time to get it right. We've also got a new radiator, and the car doors are ready to be assembled. The right side is already done, and all the tires are in place. Now, something interesting about the hood, it opens completely differently compared to modern cars. That's because this vehicle is based on a real-life car, though I'm not sure which one. At the bottom of the screen, like in other Dusty games, there are hints for what you can do with the item in your hand. The car battery is also pretty funny. It has the name Blast printed on it. When I first tested the game, there was no way to push the car, which had me worried. But I'm happy to see they've added that feature back in. It's actually really useful. All right, time to fuel her up. This game is very similar to Untitled Trip, so the developer probably reused some of the code, which is a smart way to save time. I'm going to fast forward the rest of the car building since it's not too exciting, and cut to when we're ready to drive. Quick note before we start. There's now an options menu with a bunch of settings. Field of view, depth of field, placement preview, the part highlight I mentioned. Control tips, bottom of the screen. Gearbox type, invert object rotation, dynamic engine shaking, dynamic suspension, rotating parts. I chose manual for the gearbox. All right, let's drive. First, I'm opening the door. You can't hear it, but there's a zombie damaging the car right now. I'm going to lure him to the back of the house, then start the car. Okay, looks like he doesn't want to be inside. I'll quickly drive off before he returns. Wait, never mind, he's back. Let's shift gears to get out. Oops, wrong shift. I went down instead of up. There we go, we're driving. The zombie got knocked down again and isn't bothering me anymore, thankfully. Though he did break some of the car parts, which is annoying. The game also has a cool feature. When you drive over grass, it disappears. It would be even cooler if only the wheels made it disappear, but that would probably be harder to code. I noticed a building nearby, so I'm going to check it out. Shifting gears in this game actually feels really good. This building looks like it used to be part of a castle, based on its design. I'm going to grab the flashlight from earlier because it's pretty dark in here. Hopefully it doesn't run out of power. Oh God, here's the first zombie. I've got my trusty hammer, so let's deal with him. The zombies have definitely been improved from Untitled Trip. I'm so glad they're not faster than me anymore. Will he get back up? Nope, he's down for good. That's something I didn't like in Untitled Trip, so I'm glad it's been changed. I was just about to explore the house when another zombie came at me, so I had to fight again. Let's fast forward a bit. Here we have a new seat model, which I'm going to use to replace the current one in the car. In this game, you also have to hold F for a specific amount of time to detach parts. Now I spent a lot of time just looting. In fact, like 7 minutes. And it isn't an interesting part, so I cut it out. But basically, I stuffed the whole car with items, and it was turning nighttime. I'm going to try my best and find some more buildings, but my chances are becoming smaller by the second. Also, another new zombie showed up, but I'm just going to ignore him and drive off. The landscape is so vast in this game, it's stunning. I'm going to try and shift into second gear. Unfortunately, I have to go back into first gear for now. Now here, because it is downhill, I can actually shift higher and gain more speed. I was so certain there that my car would be damaged by that rock in the road. And as a result of seeing it that late, I moved my camera so fast. But fortunately, it didn't damage anything and just left me scared. Now we're back to the dusty origins, as we are driving on sand again. And we are going so fast. There are some bumps in the ground here. And then I was just casually driving until suddenly a pond emerged. And had I seen it just a little later, I would have ended up in the river there and the run was dead. Thankfully, the brakes are too strong, so I was able to brake in time. I was literally in third gear or fourth and had to downshift afterwards because I was too slow. There's so much water here. Also pretty cool that you can roll down the windows like Untitled Trip had. Though I didn't get it to work because I was stressed. Also, one thing I noticed is that there is an RPM meter, which is brand new. Pretty cool stuff for a Roblox game. The sun is definitely going down now. Right after that, my car stopped working and I saw smoke. So I knew that my engine overheated. I stopped the car and wanted to look at it. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw multiple zombies charging at me, which I never saw. I instantly pulled out my trusty hammer and started damaging them. But there were too many. They overthrew me and started dancing in the air vigorously in victory. I had fallen, and that was it with the playthrough. I could have later revived myself for 25 Robux, but I didn't want to do that. So I quit to the main lobby. But you can spectate other players, I believe, and the car after you died, which is pretty neat. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, as it will help me out a lot. Watch this video on screen next, because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it. See you guys in the next video.